Oh, dude. I got recognized a couple of times, and most of them were in the Vietnam War Museum, because I was like, oh, I should go check it out. That seems like really interesting. I'd love to like hear about this, you know, historical conflict from the Vietnamese perspective, because I feel oftentimes I only hear about the stuff from, you know, the Western perspective. So I was like, oh, that'd be really interesting. So I went there, and I got recognized like 3 times, and this one guy, I think his name was Rian, he was from India. Bless him, bro. He was like, you want to take a picture? I was like, I'd love to, man. Should we step outside of the room with all the dead, mutilated kid pictures? We should probably step aside. I felt, dude is like so excited to take a picture, and I was like, yeah, we should probably step outside. We should take a picture in here. I'm crying, dude. He was so sweet too. He was just so excited to chat, and I felt wrong chatting with like the backdrop of all these like horrific pictures. It was the room of like where they were talking about the effects of like Agent Orange, which is like the horrific chemical stuff that the US dropped in Vietnam, and like caused all these horrible disfigurements. And it's actually horrifying looking at these images. And then yeah, I got recognized by a fan like 2 times. So that was yeah, damn. But the museum was really interesting. It was really like just interesting hearing it from the Vietnamese perspective, because again, you just don't hear about it, so it's pretty cool. It was there was some of the English translation I found pretty enjoyable to read, because they kept referring to like the South Vietnam. They were like, and the puppets of the South did this, and I was like, yeah, I think I you know, if I won, I would write that. Anyway, the museum is really good, really interesting. Highly recommend going if you're in Vietnam and you're interested in history at all. It was really cool because they had like a bunch of like US tanks and choppers, but then I googled it because I was like, they really just have these lying around? They're just giving them out? And it was like South Vietnam planes that were given by the US to South Vietnam, but then they put the decals of the US stuff on them. Very interesting. Anyway, I was in there, and I really needed to go to the toilet, because you know, look, the food in Southeast Asia is 10 out of 10, but for the white man, my digestive system is not equipped for the machinery that I was putting into it. So I was in the toilet, and you know, look, I did what I had to do, chat, okay? And I was waiting for a long time, and I couldn't get the fucking thing to flush, dude. And I was like, this is not gonna be some article of like white man gets revenge on Vietnam. Like shits leaves giant shit in the war museum toilet. Like, bro got petty revenge. I'm gonna be on the wall, bro. They're gonna put me in there. They'd be like, they're gonna the wall of shame in the next exhibition is gonna be me. And I was trying to fucking get this fucking thing to flush, dude. And I was like, oh, dude, and I didn't know what to do. And I was waiting, and you know when you wait like 3 minutes, you're like, it just needs time to power up. Like, what the fuck am I saying? I'm like trying, and I'm like, it wasn't doing it. So I was waiting, and then I was like, oh, I'm cooked. There was a guy outside, started knocking on the door, and I was like, bro, if you don't have a bucket, leave me the fuck alone right now. You do not want to come in here. So I may have accidentally, you know, did some not so good things in that toilet, but eventually, after about like 5 minutes of stalling and asking Grok how to flush a toilet, it didn't help. Can I ask Grok? It did flush. I don't know why it took so long. Maybe they do that to scare all the tourists. So it did happen though. So we did get it done. I didn't just walk out. I would have felt inappropriate, but to be honest with you, had I not flushed it, I don't know what the play is there. Do I talk to a member of staff? Do I just leave it for the next guy to like throw it onto him? Not throw, like literally, I mean like the problem, obviously, not pick up my feces and throw them. That's obviously, I wouldn't do that. I don't know why I'm clarifying I wouldn't do that. Run away. I think you just have to run. You know what I mean? He's lying. I'm not lying, okay? I'm not lying. It was a horrifying experience, because I would have felt like, how do I explain this in Vietnamese? how do I explain this to them? And so after that, like, you know, to be honest with you, being in the museum, obviously going through that horrifying experience, and seeing all of these horrific images, I need to sit down because it's also hot as balls. So I'm sitting down, like there's like this area where there's like benches in the middle, and I'm like sitting down. I'm like, oh, what have I done? You know, and I'm also realizing like, oh my God, thank God, this is like the one museum where the British aren't mentioned in like war crimes. It feels so good. And then, you know, but obviously I Googled it afterwards. I was learning more about it. I was like, yo, of course we helped. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to get involved, but we weren't in the museum, so that's fine. Anyway, I'm sitting down on this bench and I'm tired and my legs hurt. And as I'm sitting there, this guy comes over, this Vietnamese guy comes over to talk to me, and the guy has no arms. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hi, man, what's up? And he like puts his hand at fist bump. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, I don't know what he wanted to talk about. So he immediately, oh, what do you mean, oh, why do you? So I'm sitting there, and I guess like, look, I know, I was like, oh, dude. Because then immediately when he like sits down, he's like showing, I bro-fisted, yeah, because I bro-fisted him because he leaded me to do it. I don't know what to do. I can't elbow that, you know what I mean? I feel like that's mocking. So I'm sitting down, I was chatting with him, and he's nice. And after about like 20 seconds, you know, he shows me like he has prosthetic legs too. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like horrifying. You know, I imagine maybe he wants to talk about the museum. No, he wants to sell me stuff, which is like, okay. And I told him, he like gets these books out and tries to give these books to me. And I'm like, dude, I'll give you money. I don't want the books. I don't want the books, man. I don't want to carry these around. And I was like, I'll just give you the money. Like, I don't, like, whatever, man. I don't mind, seriously. Cause it's not, you know, I'm not trying to fucking, you know, stop this guy from being able to do what he needs to do. Anyway, he's like, no, you got to take the books. And I was like, I really don't want the books. The money is yours. I just don't want the books. And he looks at me and he's like, hey, look up there. I was like, okay, I look up there, and there's like a camera there. He's like, I can't take the money unless you take the books. I was like, okay, dude. I was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't want the books. This is going in a landfill if you give these to me, so I don't want them. However, I'm willing to just give you the money. That's the offer. Just free money. Yeah, the police are strict with it. You can just give the books to someone else. Nobody wants the books. Nobody wants these books. And it's like, there's like 4 of them. It's like ridiculous. I don't want to carry these around. Just slide it under the table. And then, you know what happens? As I'm like, dude, can I just give you the money? And he's like, no. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just give you money. Because whatever. So I get like Vietnamese money out, right? And he goes to me, he goes, no, I don't want Vietnamese. I was like, what? He's like, I want, where are you from? I was like, I'm from the UK. He's like, I want pounds. I was like, I don't have pounds on me. I don't have pounds. I don't live there. I didn't have time to get into the story about where I live currently. There was no moment for exchange here or life lesson. I was like, we're in Vietnam. What are you gonna do with pounds? What is this? I'm sorry. Now the free money is like, now I'm getting weird about it. Now I'm like, I'll just give you I was gonna give you free money. It was a Mr. Beast challenge. All you had to do was leave me alone. And then as this is going on, and I'm like, I'm utterly bewildered by this. This other woman comes over, and he's like, she's looking at you. If you don't take the book, she's gonna tell. She's gonna tell that you took the books and didn't pay me. I was like, what? I was like, excuse me? I was gonna give you free money, bitch. What the fuck? In my head, I'm like, and then I look at her, I'm like, what do you got there? And in my hand, I'm like looking, I was like, do you have the books too? And she holds up, she's got the books. And she's like, yeah, I don't want these either. I was like, yeah, what? I was like, what the fuck is this? What? What is this? I was like, you just told me she's gonna knock on me, but you just scammed her too. So I was like, this is the most Looney Tunes setup I've ever seen to a scam. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not giving you pounds. I'm like leaving. How old is this guy? This guy's like maybe like 50, 60. You know, I was like, and I was like, I don't care. Look, if people like want to come to me and like in a poorer country want to ask me for money, I don't mind, man. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm like, I don't get upset like some people. I'm like, sure, whatever. Like if I have something, sure, you know, because you know what good is it gonna be for me? But when you start doing this like weird ass scam, like, oh dude, come on, man. Like I would have just given you money. Like I don't know what you want me to do. So yeah, don't give them any money. Yeah, well, I mean, after that, I was like, I didn't give anyone any money. And then I got really sad because I was in this park later and two guys came up to me trying to ask me for money and stuff. Whatever, cool, it's fine. Like, it's like being in fucking Paris. It's like literally no different. So I don't really care, right? You just kind of, you just say, nah, I'm good, man, right? You just kind of get on with your day. And then this one guy came up to me and he wanted to talk. And now my guard was up because I was like, this guy wants to just talk. He wants to just talk. And it turned out he just wanted to practice English. And we spoke for like 20 minutes. And I felt bad for like 10 minutes. I was waiting for him to drop the line of like when he's going to ask me for money. And he just didn't. He just wanted to chat. And he was really nice. And he told me he just wanted to practice English. And there was a couple of moments where I was like, is this the end for the scam? Is this the end? Where does it come in? Because the guy was like, yeah, man, my sister, you know, she's studying in the US and I want to get better at speaking English with her. I was like, oh, cool. You've been in like US? He's like, nah, it's too expensive. And I was like, and like waiting for him to ask. And he didn't. He was just like, yeah, he's like, I go around this park and I just try to practice English. And he was really nice. So I chatted with him for like 20 minutes and he was just a really sweet guy. And it was actually like, oh, this is really pleasant. Especially after being in like Japan, right? Where nobody comes up to you. Actually, no, that's a lie. All people do come up to you. But generally speaking, it's like if someone comes up to you, like, oh, what the fuck? You know? So yeah.